Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Very last minute, I know, because I was busy throughout the morning and I didn't finish doing the stuff I was working on until 20 minutes ago. And then I was like, wow, what the hell am I going to stream? So here we are. Because I've been talking about doing this for a while, so I figured why not now? I'm going to try and put together a gaming backlog. I already have a how long to beat page. So you might think this is kind of redundant. Why would you just make it again in a spreadsheet? And I would say to you, well, I like spreadsheets because I'm a nerd and I like making spreadsheets for fun. That's my hobby. And I have more control over the spreadsheet. I can put more information at a quick glance that I would like to see than I could see on the actual How Long to Beat website. So I'm pretty much just going to go through games I own on every system, like PlayStation games I have, Switch games, PC, and then I'll just start filling in a little backlog spreadsheet here. Stuff I could stream on in the future, stuff I could just play on my own time, whatever it is. I got my handy little drop downs that I can fill in what console it's for, put in how long it will take to beat so I know, and if I would stream it or not. Hello Zero, hello Ambi, hello any lurkers, welcome. Hope it's going well. Manifesting Fire Emblem 3 Houses and Unicorn Overlord. Well, I have good news for you, Zero. Those are both on the list. As in, I own both of them, so they'll both make it to the backlog and be potential streams in the future. Glad to have you, Leo. Thank you, Ambi. Very glad to hear that. Hello, Kevin. Welcome. Hope it's going well. So let me pull up. I wish I had like a website version for it to show like. Well, this is actually my personal like game collection spreadsheet. So like I have a tab for all of the games I own of like, all right, here's games I own physically, what system I have it on, what its condition is, and I just have that for like every system that I own, nice and ordered by system and alphabetically. I have a separate tab for every game I've beaten, what system I beat it on, what I would score it as. Now I'm going to work on this backlog tab. Hello, Wasabi. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Oh yeah, and I have a tab for every game I've beaten on stream. And I rank them for fun. All 50 games that I've beaten on stream in order. And then I have a separate one for games that I'm interested in for the future, so I can keep track of their release days. Help me track what's coming in the future. Hey, what do you think about this one, Zero? What's this one that's highlighted? Interesting. Actually, I should probably put remake. Oops. Remake. Did I say hi, Wasabi? If not, hello. Secret stream? Yeah, very last minute stream. Spreadsheet Sundays? Let's go. We love spreadsheets here. It's been a good day. Glad to hear it. Very good to hear it. I've had a relaxing day. That's always the best kind of day. Chosen the sky. Let's go. Oh yeah, how was the Rivals part of your stream, Zero? I had to drop off after the tier list because I had some housework to do. Had to do an audio recording? Good luck. I always hate recording audio. Which sounds rich as somebody who streams, but whenever I do have to record, I always find myself being like, why? Why must I do this? Okay. So I'm gonna start filling in the spreadsheet. We can just chat games while I'm filling it in. You guys can let me know how interesting the games would be for you to potentially see streamed. I'm hoping that it's big enough. I have the Alan Wake remaster. I've never played Alan Wake. Well, I have... Okay, so if there's multiple games in a series or franchise, for a backlog, I'm only going to put the first game. Because generally speaking, I'm not going to play sequels before an original, or the first game. So you can assume that if I'm going to stream it, potentially, or in my own time. If I play the first one and like it, then I would add the next one after the fact. Gotta see how long Alan Wake is. Rivals was fun. Nice to just play casually instead of the usual tryharding. Do you usually play rank? Looks like Alan Wake would be about 12 hours. And I think that would be a stream one. I think I would try that on stream. And then after that, it would be Control and then Alan Wake 2. I'm also just going to go in order. So I'm going to like do my PS5 games, then I'll do my PS4 games. Then I'll do probably Switch, then PC. See how much I can get through in the next hour or 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. Played with friends, been studying. Wow, between streams, studying, playing with friends, you had a very active day. Alan Wake are Finnish games? Are they? That's where the studio's from? Or Remedy? Alan Wake is so good, I'd watch that one? Hell yeah. Sam Lake, that hack. You don't like him? I have Armored Core 6. Fires of Rubicon. Now that game I know is super hard and I have very little patience, so I feel like if I tried streaming that, there's a non-zero chance I just rage quit it and I never play it again. But I know people have asked about it and I do have it, so I feel like I got to include it. I have a bunch of Assassin's Creed games. And I feel like the Assassin's Creed ones are all kind of independent, so I don't really need to play those in order, so I guess I can just kind of list them as they come. I have Valhalla. I have Shadows. See, Shadows I actually really want to play, but that's one of those games that there's so much discourse and vitriol about it online that I would almost rather just play it at my own time because I don't want to deal with people in the chat being obnoxious. Like, I'm here to have fun, and if people are just going to start ranting about things in the chat, then I don't want to play it. On stream, at least. So I might keep that as just a me thing. Where'd you rank Silent Hill? I can show you. Also, hello, Cashew. Welcome to the stream. The Big Mecha go boom. Big Mecha do go boom. I have Silent Hill 2 at number 9 overall. My 9th favorite game that I've played on stream. Eight out of 10. The Assassin's Creed games are all super long. Shadows? Oh my god, 60 hours for Shadows? Valhalla's even longer, I think. 98? What? Okay, that's almost definitely not happening on stream then. I'm just gonna leave it blank if it's not gonna be a stream game. Remedy's the same company that did Max Payne. That is, yes, that's correct. I think they're working on a Max Payne remaster, a remake or something. Gotta put 100 line on there? Oh, it's gonna end up on there. Probably not as a stream game though. Just my own time game. What else do I have? Cyberpunk. I have that on PS5. I definitely want to play that, and I think I would stream that. Drop the original Assassin's Creed jank frustrated me. That's fair. It is very old. And I have the Ultimate Edition, so it has the DLC, so I think I would include... That's about 85 hours? Okay. I would stream that. That's really long, though. You have to divide this by, like, 4 to get my average... To get, like, how many streams it would take me to beat on average. Cyberpunk's so good. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that you loved that one. Loved Odyssey. I've heard a lot of good things about Odyssey, too. Odyssey and Origins. Woke up with a sore throat. I feel you, Oblivion. I hope you feel better. I also woke up with a sore throat. And I was like, that's annoying. And then I realized it was actually a tonsil stone. Which I guess is better than like, oh, I was getting sick. So I did the old grab my water pick and I sniped it out of my throat. And now my throat's not quite as sore now, which is good. Those things are a pain in the ass. Very first Assassin's Creed is my favorite. I'll tear my goat. Odyssey and Cyberpunk have been some of my favorite games from recent years. Nice. I actually have played Inscription, Andy. I beat that one on stream. I believe it was early 2024. Like February, March. But I agree. Very good. I really like the story. I really like the vibes. I liked how they kept changing it up. That was fun too. I have Dead Island 2. I don't think I would play that on stream. That's probably a me game. Dragon's Dogma 2. I got that day one when it came out because I was so excited and I still haven't played it. Story of my life with games that I buy in general. That's 55 hours. I would consider streaming it. But it might be better as a me game, because now it's kind of old, it's kind of long. People probably are not as interested now as they were a year ago. I'll keep it as a maybe for now. Now, on the other hand, Final Fantasy VII Remake. That I would definitely stream. Yes. But how long is that? 48 hours for the game and the DLC. That's not too bad. 9 streams or so? 9 to 10? True, Final Fantasy VII Remake. So you've played Remake and Crisis Core, right? But not Rebirth? I talked about it in chat before, so when you mentioned it, I had to immediately drop and watch it. Nice. Yeah, I agree. If anybody likes card games, I would definitely recommend Inscription. I haven't finished Crisis Core? Okay. Good choice. Thank you, thank you. What else we got? Oh, yes. God of War Ragnarok. That will definitely be on stream. Because I played the first one on stream and I loved it. Where did I put that? God of War 2018 I put as my 5th favorite game I've played on stream. Got pretty high up. Oh yeah, top 5 for people who haven't seen my ranked list. Because I only posted it in Discord, so I guess I'll show the top 10 there. These were my top 10 games. It's reverse order. So it starts at 1 and then goes down. Favorite games I've played on stream. Number 10, Ghost Trick. 9, Silent Hill. 8, Stellar Blade. 7, Dead Space Remake. 6, Pokemon Soul Silver. 5, God of War. 4, Metaphor. 3, Outer Wilds. 2, Astrobot. And 1, Persona 3 Reload. Description's Thursday. It's actually -1. So this is actually 12. And this is out of 50 games. So 12 out of 50 is actually very good. Because the first row is just the header. So like second row is actually number 1. Third row is number 2. Nuzlocke retry 1. Oh, there will definitely be more Pokemon games in this backlog. You can count on that. So God of War took, looks like it's about 40 hours. That's not bad. Someone who grew up on the Greek saga, hearing you call God of War 2018 the first one physically hurt. I mean, I was also, like, God of War 3 came out when I was in, like, middle school. So, like, I still was, like, I played it, actually, shortly after it came out. But it's the first one of the, you know what I mean. The first one of the new series. Is Legacy in the plans? I do have it. I'm not sure if I would stream it. That's another one of those games, kind of like Assassin's Creed Shadows, where, like, there's so much discourse about it that I don't really want to deal with. That it would be more likely that I just play it on my own time. Those types of things would be either my own time or a member stream, I think. But it's always risky having it be a public stream when it's something like that. I mean, you can change the chat to be like, oh, subscribers only, or like subscribed for at least a week or something, so then you don't have new people show up who are just going to try and cause problems and drama and stuff. It's always tough. I know I've talked to Cashew about it when I was talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows, because people are so vitriolic about that one. But I was like, I don't know if I want to deal with it, even though I really want to play it. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink I have, and that seems pretty fun. It looks like the main story is about 30 hours. I would maybe stream that one. I don't know how interested in Grand Blue people are. I know Cashew likes it a lot. Also, hello, Noel. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Forgot to say hi. You played Ghost of Tsushima? I have. I love Ghost of Tsushima. One of my all-time favorite games. And I will definitely be getting Ghost of Yotei Day 1 and streaming it. You have my word on that. Unless I'm physically unable to stream. Hades is another one that I hear is very good. I would stream that one. That one's about 48 hours. I played Bastion and Transistor from the same studio, and I liked them. So I think before I play Hades, I would play Pyre. I just want to like play them in order. The order of their games, I guess. But I do plan on playing Hades at some point. Unicorn Overlord? I will be getting there. I do have that one in the backlog as well. What else I got? Hogwarts Legacy. What do you know? As Noel just asked about it. I have that on PS5. That game is 45 hours. That's not that bad. I'm late. Is this the whole list? Oh no, I've just started Master. I'm gonna leave that as probably not for now, but never say never. I also have Horizon Forbidden West. I played the first Horizon in my own time. I think before I started streaming. But I have not played the sequel. Damn, that's about 70 hours? Jeez. I don't know how interested in that game people would be. Because that's a couple years old now. But it is a big, like, AAA exclusive. Wait for Hades 2 to finally release? I'm wondering how long that's going to take. What else? Marvel. What? I was in the wrong tab. Marvel. Spider-Man. Miles Morales. And Marvel Spider-Man 2. Have both of those. I started Miles when it first came out, and I never finished it. That's pretty short. Only 12 hours. And I have not played Spider-Man 2 because I wanted to finish Miles first. It looks like that's only about 25 hours. I'd say those are maybe. I don't know how interested in that people would be. No Dead Island 2? Damn. Hey, never say never. I mean, this is also like... I wanted to stream making the list because I thought it would be a good way that I could see what you guys think about the games I'm putting on it. Like, if a lot of people are interested in a game that I didn't think would necessarily be a good stream game, then maybe I would bump it up. Maybe it would go from a no to a maybe, or a maybe to a yes. Miles is super short, pretty fun, I guess. Do have some gripes with it. Yeah, I heard you talking about it a little bit in your tier list part. I do think that it's definitely not going to be as good as the first one, which I did really like. Well, Spider-Mans are great. Oh, did you end up playing Spider-Man 2 Master? Persona 4? Persona 4 will hit the list too. Although at this point, I'll probably wait for a Persona 4 remake. Because I feel pretty confident they're going to do one. It's just a matter of when. Legacy's great, liked it so far. Nice, been playing that, that's good. Playing Persona 4 right now, this very second, and this boss is kicking my ass. Good luck, Kevin. Total War 1? I don't think I have a Total War game. I also tend to not really be a strategy player. So I would say the odds of that one are probably not super great. But it's not 0. You ever touch Total War? I'll be there day 1. Which Total War did you play, 0? Or does Warhammer count? Is that Total War? Total War Warhammer? One of you stream P4? I will be there. I'll make sure to not stream it in the middle of the night for you. I won't stream that one on a Saturday, just so that you don't get screwed. Because my Saturday is the middle of the night for you. Speaking of any Total... Oh, Warhammer... Total War Warhammer 3. Okay. Gotta do a stream like this sometime to gauge interest? That's what I was thinking. It's a 2-for-1. You get to have a concrete backlog made. And then you also get to gauge interest at the same time. Win-win. Bad for but Forbidden West doesn't live up to the first one. Oh, it's not as good. I thought the first one was a solid, like, 7.5. What else I got? I got Master Detective Archives Raincode. I think that would be in my own time. Because I started it on stream back when it first came out on the Switch, and I didn't end up finishing it. I didn't drop it, but I got busy, and it also, fun fact, was a very poorly performing game on stream. So I would probably play that one in my own time. Granted, I was also, not that I'm big right now, but I was much smaller as a channel back when I played Raincode. I had like a third of the amount of subscribers that I have right now. I probably had like a third of the amount of average viewers and stuff. So like, you know, I have a potentially bigger audience now, so it might do better if I were to play it on stream. But that was something that I would typically get like, I don't know, like 2 to 3 people on average or something, which was very low. Even for me at the time, that was very low. However, Raincode is how Kiwi found my channel, and in turn, then introduced me to Zero and the rest of the Weebs, and then that's how I met Batcat, because I met them through the Weebs, and also Scourge, and Neko, and all of them, so like, I still look very fondly at Raincode, because without me streaming Raincode, I probably never would have met all of the Weebs and Batcat and them. So, I am thankful for that at least. Want a Raincode sequel? Does it end in a way that you feel like there could be a sequel, Jack? Universe works in mysterious ways. That it does. That's true. Funny how it all works out. Yeah. How did you meet Batcat again? Was it like you were reacting to their or you found some of their anime reactions and you liked it? First Blood 1997. I can't say I've ever heard of it. Also, hello Redline. Welcome to the stream. First look into that was Zero and Bricky's Warhammer 3 review. Ah. For Rome, but it's pretty complicated. Good if you like strategy. I think the only strategy I've really played is Civilization. And I guess 13 Sentinels, if you count 13 Sentinels as strategy. I feel like it's more visual novel with like a strategy side part. But I loved 13 Sentinels. Octopath Traveler 2 I have. That seems pretty interesting. 80 hours is kind of rough. But it seems like people who have played it like it a lot. Hello Frost and Yunosuke. Welcome. Hope it's going well. Looking for other anime reactions, then saw these two silly VTubers who were way better than us. Came across Leo randomly sometime before I was introduced to the Weebs. Really? You saw me before the Weebs? Watched it a bit, didn't follow up. Do you remember what it was the first thing that you happened to follow or see me on? Thought you played Ragnarok? I have not. I've only played the first one. Nippy, we got a DM from the legit weebs. The legit weebs messaged us. I wonder how, is there like a whole anime reaction VTuber community, kind of? Persona 5 Tactica. I have on PS5. Taking a quick break from playing Unicorn Overlord to tell Leo to play Unicorn Overlord. It's gonna hit the backlog, Yunosuke, don't you worry. I'll put that as a maybe. I loved Persona 3. I will definitely play Persona 4 whenever that happens. I'll definitely play Persona 6 whenever that happens. I'm not quite so sure if the spin-offs, like Strikers and Tactica, are stuff that people would want to see compared to the mainline ones, but what time of video putting main or everything? I'm putting the middle tier. So it has like the main story, main plus extra, and completionist. I'm doing the main plus extra because I know for sure I'll do side quest, I'll do like exploring things. If I really like a game, I will try and 100% it, like I did for God of War, I did for Persona 3. But yeah, for now, I'm doing the middle tier. Main plus yapping, yes, very true. Plenty of yapping to be had. I have Ratchet and Clank. That's not Ratchet. Ratchet. How many times? Rift Apart. I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game, but I have that one. And I assume the Ratchet games are not very long. Yeah, that's only 14 hours. I think I would stream that. That's pretty short. I was nervous about DMing Nippy, didn't want to come off the wrong way. Glad it worked out. Yeah, that's... There's definitely been other VTubers that I've considered DMing. Just because, like, I like their content. I, maybe just want to, like, chat a little bit. Or, maybe they would be interested in a collab. But, it would just be nice to have more VTuber friends, too. But every time I'm, like, at the point of, like, okay, maybe I'll DM them, then I back out, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to come off weird. I don't want them to get a DM from some random person they've never heard of and be like, why the hell is this Leo Lovelace guy freaking sending me a message? Who does he think he is? This is just some weirdo. Like, no. At least you weren't gatekept from meeting the weebs at Cashew. Kane would not introduce me to them for a while because they were pure. How dirty are you, Oblivion, that he couldn't introduce you? Has become a for sure staple. That's very nice to hear. I'm glad that you find the streams relaxing and chill enough that you like to hang out in them. I have Returnal. I've started playing Returnal in my own time. I considered... It's been a while. I'd have to restart it. I've considered streaming it, but I'm not very good at it. So I feel like that would be one that I would rage at, and then people would make fun of me. Scarlet Nexus I've heard pretty good things about that. But that's one of those games that I feel like probably wouldn't do well on stream, if I'm being objective. Played Ratchet and Clank All for One time at a family place, loved it. Is that the co-op one? There are a series you kind of replay more than other games when you feel like it just because it's short and fun. Ratchet and Clank. Good for now, gonna go make some food. Sounds good, Ambi. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your food. Does suck being introverted and wanting more friends? Absolutely. It do be a pain. Heck yeah, all the Ratchet games are good. You should play them in order though. All of them are pretty short, or at least 2002, Kraken Time, and Into the Nexus. I have heard, yeah, they're all like, what, 10 to 12 hours generally? I was planning on picking up the collection for PS3 at some point. I'd only make fun of you a little bit. Been brushed off plenty of times because they were uncomfortable with collabs or because I was a male VTuber. Yeah, the male VTuber debuff for sure. I mean, if you're messaging another guy VTuber, you're gonna be fine. I mean, you're not gonna hit the debuff if it's another male VTuber, but right. I totally get it too with like a lot of the female VTubers. Like, depending on the audience you build, they might really not like seeing you collab with a guy or with a male VTuber, or even knowing you're friends with them. And if they want to maintain that, and that works for them, you know, all the power to them. But, you know, if you are somebody who from the start is very open to it, and you don't build that kind of community, like, then it's fine. So it really depends on them and their community. But yeah, like one or two of the ones that I had thought about messaging, because like genuinely I like their content, like I like their personality, I think we would get along well, we like similar games, like it's just really hard to make the push because I know like they've also never, like some of them, I don't think they've ever collabed with a male VTuber before. So I'm like, even if I just want to be friends, like I don't know. I probably overthink it too, but thank you for making this place enjoyable for me and making it feel like I'm at home in the community. Sincere thank you. Of course, Ambi. I'm very glad that's how you feel, like genuinely. I'm very happy. I think it's definitely a nice little community. It's a nice friend group. So regardless of which of our streams you hang out in, I'm glad that that's how you feel about it. You do get the debuff, but if you DM another male VTuber, they also get the debuff and they cancel out. Exactly. And then we can be united in debuffs. Well, do they cancel out or do you get double debuff? I have Soul Hackers 2. That's another Atlas game. I think Zero has talked to me about that, and he didn't have the greatest opinion on it, so I don't think I would stream that one. Go make some food. Enjoy, Ambi. Trust me, we all overthink it. Male! Would you consider playing any of these on PC? Are you more into PlayStation? Like, I think Cyberpunk, Dead Island, Hogwarts are better on PC. Generally, if I have a game on PlayStation, I would play it on PlayStation. Multiple reasons. One, just because I prefer PlayStation. Like, that's my console of choice. I like getting achievements on PlayStation, like on my main account, so I can have it all there. And then I feel like my computer build is probably like equivalent to a PS5 power-wise, or maybe slightly below. Like I have a mid-range PC. So if I play it on PlayStation, I don't, like if I'm streaming it too, I have to worry about like the game itself running and taking up resources, plus OBS taking resources and all of the stream stuff. As compared to like on PlayStation, if I play it on PlayStation, all of the processing and stuff for the game isn't happening on my computer. The only thing on my computer is doing is taking the HDMI input. So I think for like the bigger, like intensive games, like a Cyberpunk, at least for my computer, it's probably better if I play it on the PlayStation. Because then I'm not like Cyberpunk's a big game. Like, could I play Cyberpunk on PC? I think so. But I would probably have to play it with like all the settings on medium to have it be like a smooth run on the PC. Can I be a postman VTuber and be the first male VTuber? You know, I've seen an airplane VTuber before, Frost. So if you want to be the first male VTuber, I think you totally could. What games won't you play on stream? Mario Party? I would play Mario Party on stream. I think that would be a fun collab game, and it would also be a fun, like, with chat game. I think, really, the only games I wouldn't play are games that I'm not interested in, because, like, I don't like the genre or the synopsis of it or whatever. Or, games that I think would just be horrible stream games. Like games that I think nobody would be interested in. Or they would be so niche that, like, one person would want to watch. And then I'm like, at that point, I'll just play it on my own. But I would definitely do something like Mario Party. I have some Star Ocean games. I've never played a Star Ocean, but I've heard they're solid. I have the Divine Force. And I have the Second Story remake. I don't know if anyone has played a Star Ocean before. I heard good things about both, but especially about Second Story. Second Story doesn't seem that bad. 35 hours. Divine Force. Ooh, 47 for Divine Force. I'd probably be more keen on Second Story because it's shorter and I hear it's better. Soul Hackers 2 is SMT trying to be Persona. Doesn't work, IMO. I can see that. Like, it's a weird middle ground where it doesn't fully commit to either side. When will the V-Roid slander go away? Not my fault. I don't have money for a 2D one. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with V-Roids. I mean, like, Filian is huge and she's a V-Roid. Granted, she doesn't have the male debuff, but... I mean, if you ever are interested in a 2D one, I know that there are, like, pre-made models that you can buy, and then, like, you're allowed to customize them a little bit, so you could look into that option if you want to try a 2D one, or a live 2D, but I don't think there's anything wrong with V-Roid. I have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I've heard those games are pretty good. I have both of them. Looks like that's about 22 hours. That's not bad. You need to be a Shiba Frost. Don't think I forget about Mama Shiba. A Postman Shiba. There do be some games that just don't work for stream. Yeah, unfortunately. Stuff like visual novels and life sims, I think. Yeah, visual novels in particular. I know there are people who do like enjoy stuff like The Sims as streams, but visual novels are rough because it's like, one, they're really, really long, and I think most streamers don't like committing to super long games. Two, nothing really happens other than reading, which also makes it hard to stream because it's hard on your throat to like do all of the reading, especially if you're trying to do like different voices for the different characters. If you just read it normal, which is usually what I do, it's a little better, but it's still rough. And then three, visual novels are definitely like a niche genre. So like, I personally really like them, and I would definitely watch people play them if it's one that I'm interested in. But those are definitely harder sells more often than not. Which is too bad. Pretty big community for Sims, but visual novels, yeah, Danganronpa might be an exception. Yeah, Danganronpa I think is big enough that you can get away with that one. Been meaning to stream Fallen Order. I heard it's good. Fallen Order is great. Like the Quasar games better. Fallen Order's cool moments though, worth playing. Fallen Order's pretty dope, very Souls-like. Okay, that's pretty positive reception. So, all right, I'll bump that from maybe to yes. Seems like people are pretty into that one. And 22 hours is really nice. Like, that is a great length for games. That's like 4 streams, 4 to 5 streams. Like, I can be done with that in a month. People are interested in it. Perfect. What else I got? The Sword Art game. Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. I do have the Order 1886 Wasabi. That I have not played, and I would play that on stream because it's short, and I can definitely do it in just one stream without even needing to think about, oh, how long is this one gonna be? Nope, that's easy one stream. Where is Sword Art? Really? Is Fractured Daydream not on here? Or am I missing it? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's not bad. 21 hours. Like 100 Line and Ace Attorney, lots of reading. Yeah, both of those are lots of reading, which is too bad, again, because both of those are like games that I really want to play. But what can you do? Speaking of visual novels, I have one called Tales from Toyotoki. Arrival of the Witch. PS5. Oh, that one's short. That one's only like 12 hours. I like the key art. What is the synopsis for this game? I thought it seemed kind of interesting, and I got it for cheap. It was like $15 or $20. Hikaru finds himself out of luck and homeless on an unfamiliar island. While avoiding pit vipers and angry senior community members, he comes across a witch in a very similar situation. The two set out to survive and hopefully thrive on Toyotoki, the uncompromising island secluded from the modern world that is steeped in ancient traditions and shrouded in mystery. Along the way, they meet a cheeky island beauty, a haughty rich girl, a clumsy saleswoman, and a manga-loving delinquent, all of whom are island locals on a similar mission to discover themselves and their place in the world. With some hard work and a sprinkle of magic, can the unlikely group of friends unravel the mystery of Toyotoki Island, while also finding success in their journey of self-discovery. A coming-of-age story about overcoming hardships and finding yourself. Unravel a mystery stretching back hundreds of years. I thought that seemed nice. As like, I enjoy coming-of-age stories and just like the self-improvement, self-development type stuff. So it definitely caught my interest. Don't remind me about excess reading. 100 lines cooking me at the moment. Ace Attorney and Layton are good visual novel games because it's not just choices in reading. Hope we get more Layton someday. Layton will also be on the backlog for sure. Ni no Kuni the White Witch is great too. Oh, Ni no Kuni's gonna be in my backlog too. I'm almost done with the PS5 games, then I can move into PS4. I have Tales of Arise. I've never played a Tales game. But I hear Arise is one of the best ones. I think Arise and Berseria are the two that I hear of the most. That's about 55 hours. I would stream Tales. Okay, here's the one people keep talking about lately. A Unicorn Overlord. I have that one. How long is that? Oh my god, 62 hours? Alright, well people keep... I wasn't originally thinking that would be a stream game, but people keep asking me about it, so I'll put that as maybe for now. I do want to play that studio's other games too, actually. And I think the other ones are shorter. Like Dragon's Crown and Odin Sphere and stuff. I have Dragon Crown, actually. That was also going to be in the backlog. Odin Sphere I was going to get when it goes on sale. And vouch for how good Unicorn Overlord is. So I think there's been at least like 3 or 4 people who have mentioned that one. It's very good, please. Tales of Berseria is coming to my channel soon. We'll let you know how it goes. Ooh, nice. Yeah, definitely know. Let me know. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to watch it then because I also want to play it, so it would be spoilers. But I would definitely be curious. Is that your first Tales, Zero? Only played Tales of Xillia, but that was really good. I heard of that one, yeah. And then there's also like what? Vesperia or something? Angel Beats cooked me again. What's the order? Are these just copied from the list where you wrote them down when you thought of? I have an app actually where I track the games I own. So I'm basically scrolling through my app and I'm just adding games from there. Okay, we got something interesting next. Venus Vacation Prism. Dead or Alive Extreme. The Dead or Alive dating game. To the top of the list it goes. I don't know if I would actually finish this, but I'd probably play it once or twice to mess around with it, and I think I would do it on stream. Oh, that's short. It's only 10 hours to finish it. Yes, Cashew, but it's peak. Hadn't heard about Unicorn Overload until like 4 days ago, and now I keep hearing about how good it is. It came out like a year ago. Really good reviews, I remember. Hello, Sunny. Welcome to the stream. Please add a dump in the dark. Tear down the forces of darkness with bullets. Oh my god. Just based on the description there, that doesn't sound like something that would be good for stream. I also have a bunch of East games. I'll probably just put this one for now. I mean, I have 8, 9, 10, and both in Feldana. But it seems like 8 is the one that a lot of people recommend starting with, because that was the first of like the modern ones, and it is considered one of the best ones. I don't know if anyone's played East. Oh, that's not actually that long. I was expecting a lot longer. 50 hours? I think I would stream that. Dead or Alive game? Depends on your choices in Overlord. There have been videos that took them 2 hours to beat the game. Really? Final mission actually opens up super early on, but you're heavily underleveled. Oh, okay. Vanillaware, that's the studio name. Haven't played East, still going through trails. Oh, is East next? My monitoring anklet falls off on Friday. Can't wait to play DGen crap again. Monitoring anklet. That's funny. That'll be nice. Yeah, you can go right back into Nekopara. Alright, so that was it for the PS5 games. So now we can go into PS4. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do all this in one stream. This was a big ask. Because I still have PS4, Switch, 3DS, DS, all to go through, and PC. And PC is the real big chungus, because I have like over 1,000 Steam games. So I've had my account for like 15 years. So I've just, between Humble Bundles and sales and whatever, like, I have so many freaking Steam games that I can add to my list. I think we're gonna be at like, we're gonna be over 100 by the time I finish stream today, and I probably have a couple hundred more at least. Played the first East 1 and 2 Chronicles a long time ago, a remake for Windows 1 and 2. East 1 and 2. Did you like it, Master? Do you have a number on how many games are still on your list? If I had to guess, Cashew, including stream and not stream games, I would say at least 500. I think I'll have over 500. I will be curious to see how many are good potential stream games, though. But East for the DS I liked a lot, but I lost it during the move. Don't remember what it was. Me-Side is one of them, Noel. Yes. That is on my list as well. Alright, we have AI, the Somnium Files, 2, Nirvana Initiative. I played the first one, and I liked it. And I bought the collector's edition of the second one on the day it came out, and I never played it. Which is, once again, the story of my life. Oh, that's not that long. That's only 30 hours. Let me know. I'll be there. Yeah, that one was high in your S tier in your tier list, right? Did you like the second one more than the first one? Didn't know the stream would be that long. Thanks for the stream. I'll check back on the stream once Silksong releases. Oh, man. Is that whacked? I don't have an Xbox, unfortunately. I have every console except for Xbox. We got more Assassin's Creeds that I have on PlayStation. Assassin's Creed. Just gonna copy that. So I have Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. I hear that one's pretty good. Not Black Flag. I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have Assassin's Creed Origins. And I have Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection. Which is technically 3 games, but... Alright, let's see how long these are. Black Flag, 40 hours. That's not terrible. Odyssey, 85. Okay, that's kind of long. Origins, 52. That's not bad. Ezio Collection is 3 games added together, so that's Assassin's Creed 2 is 26. Brotherhood's 25, so that's 51. Revelations is 20, so that's 71. But I'll put a note here that it's 3 games. Black Flag, Ezio, Odyssey, Origins. Okay, solid list. Second's better than the first. First is good. Second just improves on it. Nice. I assume you're pretty excited for that No Sleep for Kaname Date then. You gotta go though. Gotta make some pizza. Take care. Enjoy your day. Sounds good, Noel. Good luck with your pizza. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. Act as a group of game show contestants as they pass around. Oh, it's like a party game. You can get Somnium Files 2 out of the way before the 3rd game. I think isn't that No Sleep for Kaname Date game like taking place in between 1 and 2 or something like that? Well, considering I liked the first, I actually platinumed the first game, Somnium Files. I got all the achievements. Yeah, I really like that one. Looking forward to No Sleep for Kaname Date, but pretty sure it's more of a fun side story. Hey, that means it's a nice chill experience. I got BioShock Infinite. I played BioShock 1 and 2, loved both of them. Never played Infinite. I would stream that. Zero's favorite game. Danganronpa. Ultra Despair Girls. No! Burn it. Yes! Yeah, I've played the original trilogy. I never played Ultra Despair Girls. I have this Ultimate Summer Camp one too, actually. I think that's just the board game, like, mini game from 3 though. They just like made it a full stream or a full game. All BioShock games, let's go. Did one path through the first Somnium game, then I stopped playing for some reason, gotta get back to it. Oh, you definitely should, Kevin, it's really good. PlayStation All-Stars, yeah, that was fun. I had that on PS3 back in the day. I have Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which I hear was solid, and then they never finished it because there was supposed to be a sequel, and then the sequel got canceled. So the story is just kind of like left in limbo or something like that. Definitely watch an Infinite stream. Nice. Hello, TK. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. All right, another Vanillaware game. Dragon's Crown Pro. I have the Pro Edition on PS4, which I assume is like the remaster. Is that shorter than Unicorn Overlord is? Oh, that's only 20 hours. Nice. I would probably stream it. If it's something people are interested in. Need to learn some Deus Ex lore? The OG's a classic. Oh, I'm sure that if you did a lore series for that, I think that would pop off. The only Deus Ex I played was Human Revolution on PS3, which I didn't finish, but I really liked what I did play of it. I played it very stealthy. I like the Summer Danganronpa. I never beat it, but it was fun. Nice. I feel like I would mostly enjoy it. Doing well, thank you. How about you? I'm doing pretty well, thanks. I've had a pretty good week. Excited to plan for future games. I'd recommend Klonoa and Dark Cloud, very early PS2 games. Did one of those get a remaster recently? Or like re-released on... Maybe it was on like PlayStation Plus Extra or something, where you can like play some PS2 games? I feel like I've seen one of those on there. Vanilla did, okay. Only know Dragon's Crown because the sorcerer a big booba lady. You know, I can't say I'm particularly surprised, Zero. And I don't know what that says about you. I have Final Fantasy 15. I have the Royal Edition, which I think has all the DLCs. 55 hours? That's not bad. Gravity Rush. So I played Gravity Rush on the Vita, and I really liked it. And then they released a remaster, which I haven't played. And they also have a sequel, which I've never played. Oh, the original's only 13 hours. And, oh my god, the sequel's 33? That thing's huge. Dragon's Crown's an extremely horny game. Just because of the character designs? Good 15 got better after release. 15's good, but not the best. I know they released a bunch of story DLCs. I don't know if those helped, like, really flesh out some of the characters of the story or something. Oh, see, here's one. Okay. This is a game that I really want to play, but I think would be not a good stream game. The House in Fata Morgana, which is a visual novel. And I hear is, like, people consider The House in Fata Morgana, like, one of the greatest stories ever written. Like, I see so much glazing for that game. So I really, really, really want to play it and read through it and see what makes it so good. But again, it's a straight up visual novel. So even if it's considered one of the best of all time, I don't know if it would be a good stream game because that's a lot of reading. And it looks like it's about 50 hours. Heard of this but know nothing about it? I want to say like House in Fata Morgana and Umineko are considered like the two best stories in visual novels. Really love 15 personally, but I know I'm the minority. Nothing wrong with that. I have Infamous Second Son. I think that was like a launch game for PS4, or close to it. Let me bookmark Dragon's Crown. What website are you bookmarking that, Amasabi? Just curious. Woo, Native American representation. Oh, is the main character in Second Son Native American? Imagine streaming Umineko. Might as well stream the entire Trails in the Sky series. Yeah, Umineko is what? Like, there's 2 games and they're like 100 hours each or something? Or the 2 games combined are 100 hours or something like that? Okay, I have Mass Effect Andromeda. I know that's another one of those games that, like, the gameplay is supposedly pretty good, but then the story, not so much, and it's very disappointing compared to other Mass Effect games, and I loved Mass Effect 2 and 3, so at some point while I get to this, probably, but I definitely don't think I would do that on stream. That would be something I do on my own if I even end up finishing it. Now here's another one that people mentioned, Ni no Kuni. I hear that's a really good JRPG. Infamous is pretty good, like Prototype better as a concept and gameplay. Prototype I remember I played a little bit of that on PS3. Running up and down buildings and then just like going around annihilating stuff was pretty fun. Uh, 56 hours for Ni no Kuni, that's not bad. 2 is pretty nice, that's the one I played. I actually have both of them, but I would definitely start with... I don't think they're connected, but I would start with the first one. Andromeda Story's a letdown. Wish they would let the Prototype guys make a Carnage Venom game. I'm pretty sure Insomniac is making a Venom game. Or it got leaked at some point. I don't know if it changed, but I think they were making like a Venom game or a Venom like... Maybe it was like a small game that was like the Miles sized or something. Andromeda wasn't well received, but the series is good? Yeah. Keeping mental notes? Uh-huh. Okay, here's another one that I've heard people mention. I have Okami HD. I hear a lot of good things about Okami. And I know they announced a sequel. This game is 40 hours? Seriously? I thought that would be like 15 to 20. I would stream that because I know that it's very, very, very well received. But like, 40 hours is crazy. Okami's so stylish. Okami's like 3 games in 1? Really? Here's the one Wasabi has been asking about. What is this game, like 5 hours? 8 hours? Really? I could have sworn this was like 5 hours, but okay. Alright, we're gonna go on a Persona Blitz here. We got Persona 5 Strikers. We got Persona 3 Dancing. Persona 4 Dancing. Persona 5 Dancing. I hear the Atlas rhythm games are maybe not the best thing to stream. I think Zero might have mentioned people tend to get hit pretty hard when they stream those, so I probably wouldn't stream them. Strikers, on the other hand, 45 hours. Don't stream the dancing games. Yeah, those will have to be at my own time. Looks like those are about 12 hours each. That's not bad. I would stream Strikers whenever I get around to that. I've had it on my list for a long time. I remember after I finished Persona 5 Royal in like 2021, I was like, damn, that was pretty good. Strikers is a sequel? I'm gonna get it, and then I'm gonna play it, and then I never played it. So that was almost 4 years ago. What else do I have? I think we're getting close to the end of the PS4 games. I have Raging Loop. That is a horror visual novel, which I thought seemed pretty interesting. 35 hours. Oh. I have Ratchet and Clank again. I think that's a remake of the first game. Only 13 hours. That's not bad. Almost out of the last generation of games? Yeah, almost. Making good progress. And then I can go into Switch, which should be pretty fast. I don't think I have a lot of Switch games that I want to stream. Okay, now this one. Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2. 83 hours? Oh my god. Well, I would definitely stream that one, but that's gonna be rough. 83 hours. I'm sure it's worth it. I'm sure it's 80 amazing hours. I love the original Red Dead. So I have to imagine I'm also gonna love Red Dead 2. But that is a huge game. Damn. If you don't stream Red Dead 2, I'll revolt. I certainly don't want that. Resident Evil. I would like to play through the entire Resident Evil franchise on stream. So I will definitely stream Resident Evil. Looks like the original is about 13 hours. That's not bad. And I would want to play, yeah, every single game. Resident Evil 1 through 8, plus 0 Revelations and Revelations 2. So that's what? 11 games? Oof. Getting sleepy, take care. Sounds good, TK. Hope you have a nice night. Or nap, depending on what time it is for you. Thanks for hanging out. Unlike Fallout 76, Red Dead 2 actually has 16 times the detail. Resident Evil, my beloved. Alright, you and Cashew both can twin there. Played it like Really? You've played it 4 times? That's super impressive with how long it is. Oh yes, Steins Gate 0. As much as I love Steins Gate, I will not do that on stream. Because I remember that person in Japan streamed it and they got arrested. I don't want to deal with any type of content issues. Do not stream this. Yeah, that is 100% not a stream game. I won't stream anything that publisher creates or publishes. No, yeah, you're right. This will be the only definitive no. But I played the original Steins Gate visual novel, and I liked that. Tomb Raider. The Tomb Raider, like, reboot. That's only 15 hours? That's not bad. I would definitely stream that. That's a trilogy that I heard is pretty good. I know the first Resident Evil, like, back of my hand. Would love to experience it with you. Oh, I will definitely stream it. Look at my them backwards from Village. Nice. 9:42 in France. It's not bad. That's a good time to go to bed. I've been trying to go to bed around 10 lately. Tomb Raider Reboot Saga is a must-watch from me too. Those games are fire. I've heard a lot of good things. I have the whole trilogy. Speaking of trilogies, well, I guess it's not a trilogy anymore. It used to be a trilogy. Uncharted. The only Uncharted game I've beaten is... Oh, it's only 10 hours. That's pretty short. I've only played and beaten Uncharted 2, and none of the rest of them. But I hear the whole series is good. Oh, I missed one. Tsukihime. One of the Type Moon visual novels. As you all know, I'm a Fate simp, so I'm very interested in this. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. The feeling went away right after I muted. That was kind of obnoxious. Well, it's probably gonna hit me like a truck out of nowhere then. What else do we have? Witch on the Holy Night, which is, what do you know? Another Type Moon visual novel. That's only 27 hours? Shorter than I thought. And then another visual novel, World End Syndrome. That's only 20 hours? It's from Arc System Works. Isn't that the people who do, like, Guilty Gear? Mixing romance with murders and the living dead, World End Syndrome is a gripping story that will make you shiver but ask for more. Arrive in a beautiful seaside town and join the local school's clubs before a dead body drifts on the shores of the river, and it's up to you and your friends to figure out if the legend of the Yomi Bito is true and what it means for the town. Muted, no Leo sneeze. Haven't heard Mages since Neptunia years ago? I think they've started remaking the Neptunia games. They've remade the first 2. Yakuza! I'm gonna put the next Yakuza on here. Because I'm one stream away from finishing 0. So I will definitely go into Kiwami after that. Wow, Kiwami looks a lot shorter. It looks like half the length. Yakuza 0 main plus extra, it says 64 hours. I'm at like 56 or something in my playthrough, I think. Like between 56 and 60. So with one more stream, I should be right around that main plus extra. Kiwami main plus extra is only 33. Both the Kiwamis are much shorter? Okay. Well, that's good. I can get through Kiwami and Kiwami 2 faster then. So what is it? 3 is 31, so that also is short. 4 is 39, that's not that bad. 5 is 64, so that's back to long. 6 is 31. Like a Dragon, 68. Infinite Wealth, 84. And who erased his name, 21. Ishin, 45. Pirate Yakuza, 32. I guess 0 is actually one of the longest. Speaking of 0, Zero, if you're still in chat, I am one stream away from finishing Yakuza 0, and I love it. So I would 110% recommend that you start playing Yakuza as well, if you ever end up wanting to bring it to the Legit Weebs channel. That's like easily one of the best games I've played in a while. I would be like, in my ranked streams thing, like, it's definitely gonna be like top 10 at the very least, but I think there's a good chance that it ends up like top 5 to 6. It's probably gonna be like right in this section here. Okay, back to the backlog. Beat the boss that was kicking my ass. BRB got cutscenes to watch. Sounds good, Kevin. Enjoy the cutscenes. Yakuza, heck yeah. Rhythm 0 on the dance floor. Not sure when the main games are coming, but I'll be playing Judgment. Oh, you're gonna start with those? Judgment, I've heard, is really, really good. I'm looking forward to those. Literally just remakes, so they're super accurate to the PS2. Alright, only 2 PS4 games left. We have Zanki 0, which is another game from Kodaka, I think. Probably wouldn't stream that one, because gameplay-wise, it doesn't really look like my cup of tea. Start with what I've gotten, was gifted Lost Judgment a while back. But you would start with normal Judgment at least, right? Because I know Lost Judgment's a direct sequel to that. And then the final PS4 game I had, well, this is only counting my physical games, not my digital ones, which I know I have more. Zero Escape 999. 17 hours. I will stream 999. I've played the other 2 games in the series. I played Virtue's Last Reward. That's one of my all-time favorite games. And I also played Zero Time Dilemma, which I liked, but not as much as Virtue's Last Reward. So 999 I'll definitely play at some point. And then I can say I've beaten the whole trilogy. That I did not know. I'll look into it. Yeah, Lost Judgment is the sequel to just Judgment. Lost Judgment spoils like a dragon. Oof. Oh no. Why is the number red? Where is the red number? Or maybe it was like I accidentally did something and I undid it? Yes. On Zanki 0? It doesn't look red for me. Oh, the complete time was red? Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I'm not sure why that one is so red compared to the others. Alright, we're making okay timing. We still have a little over an hour, and I finished PS3 or PS5 and PS4. I could do my digital games too, but I'll stick with physical for now. And then I'll go into PC if I have time. So we're gonna go to Switch for now. I think it's red for lack of data. Oh, it could be. Oh yeah. So right above my head, there's only 4 people who have put down completionists. which is pretty low. Okay, Switch. Astral Chain. I hear that's pretty good. I think that's from Platinum Games. 28 hours, not bad. I'd say I would maybe stream that, unless people are really interested in it. Channel I'm watching that's playing 999 now, and the drinking game rules are getting to them. Oh man, what are the rules? Is it for like certain characters saying certain things or something? Switch has a kill switch that's messed up. Hello, Ivan. Welcome to the stream. I did read about that. Yeah. Like if they think you're like hacking or modding the console or something, then they can like issue a remote kill basically that bricks the console. Almost 3 a.m. so I'm gonna dip. Have fun. Sounds good, Zero. I was surprised that you hung out this long, to be honest, but thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a nice birthday stream. Happy birthday again. Glad that you'll be back at it. It hasn't been the same when I haven't had the Zero streams that I can put on in the morning. Like when I'm working and just have it in the background. It was red, purple, dark blue, and blue for if it determines it's a good average playtime. Oh, okay. If Stranger's Wrath. Is that on PS3, I think? Like Asura Stranger's Wrath or something? If so, I have not. I haven't played it and I don't have it. Also on Switch, I have Captain Toad. That's actually pretty short. It's only 12 hours. That could be a nice, like, chill puzzle stream. Put that as a maybe. Damn, right after Zero leaves. Fire Emblem, 3 houses. I know that he's into that game. Three houses. Looks like about 75 hours for one route. Oh, Oddworld. I thought it was Asura. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. I'm not sure if I have it. I think they might have given it away for free on PlayStation Plus at some point, in which case I do have it. I'd have to check. 100 line. $75 for one route? That seems really long. Yeah, it had it as like 75 for one route and like 215 for all of them. 100 line. 72 hours main plus extra, 174 completionist. It's probably going to go up, honestly. I would want to do every route for that game, so it's going to be a lot more than 72. I'll put down the completionist, 175. So that won't be getting streamed. We have Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Wow, that's only 11 hours. Nice. I'd stream that. Zelda. Dreamland. That was quite the misspell. Thank you for the heads up, Oblivion. Captain Toad needs some DLC for the Keegan-Michael Key voice. Oh, for Toad. A great movie, Super Mario and the Kill Switch Kingdom, like Wreck-It Ralph. That would be like a good meta one, yeah. So I have Breath of the Wild. I played it, I dropped it because I didn't really like it. But I also have Skyward Sword. I don't even know if I would play that, honestly. Took 38 hours to beat my first round on 3. Really? Just 38? Drop Breath of the Wild? I did. I had a couple issues with it. Number one, I hate weapon durability systems. And Breath of the Wilds was super obnoxious. In my opinion. I hated it. I actually... The point that I dropped it was because I was fighting a boss, and I ran out of weapons in the middle of the fight. Because every single weapon I had broke in the middle of the fight. And I got so upset after that happened that I dropped it. Because I was not willing to leave and go find more weapons and come back. And I was like 8 hours in at that point or something. Like, I don't know. I was infuriated when all my weapons broke in the middle of the fight. And I also felt like the world was just kind of empty. Like, I don't know. But the weapon breaking thing was the biggest thing. I hate it. But I know I'm in the minority. Most people love that game. Hello, console. Welcome to the stream. You planning out your content for the next decade? Yeah, with how long all of these time to beats are when they add up, it basically is going to come down to that. It's going to be like... This is why I always say it's so hard for me to choose what games I'm going to stream, because I have so many games that I want to play. I agonize over what the next ones are going to be. Only ever played Tactics, but that was fun. I don't think I know of Tactics. You have Sleeping Dogs? I don't. I thought about picking it up, though. Stopped me from using good weapons since I didn't want them to break. Very understandable. I know there's a Master Sword in the game, and that is, like, I guess it can't be broken. But I think to get there, you have to get kind of far in the game, right? Like, if I could just have Master Sword from the start, I would probably finish the whole game. I have Luigi's Mansion 3. I've never beaten a Luigi's Mansion, but I have this one. I have New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Runs out of energy, so you can't use it for a short period of time? Oh. At least it doesn't break. Paper Mario. The 1000-Year Door. HD. Did you finish that, Oblivion, if you're still here? I know you were playing it. $38 hours? Oh my god. You did, very nice. Is Rabbids available? Mario vs. Rabbids? I do not have that, unfortunately. 13 hearts of health for the Master Sword? And to get the hearts, how would you get more hearts? Is it like doing those little mini dungeons that you can find? It was great. Play it, stream it. Did it take you around 38 hours? Is that accurate? Those streaming an hour, I can be here. Incredible. Hello, Blaster. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Pokemon. Actually, I've beaten all the Pokemon games on Switch. Outside of Brilliant Diamond. $43 hours for that. Or the shrines get 1 heart, and you get 1 heart for defeating the big bosses. I guess... Huh. I mean, that doesn't seem that bad. Alright, I have a bunch of Super Mario games. So... I have Mario All-Stars, which has Mario 64, Sunshine, the Galaxy, Sunshine. So that has that trio. 64 is 17 hours, Galaxy is 21, Sunshine is 20. That's not bad. I would stream those. And then I also have Super Mario 3D World. And that one is 16. And then the last Switch game I have is Yoshi's Crafted World. What are you planning? The next possible game to play? Yeah, I'm basically going through my entire backlog. Like every game I own for every system pretty much. And just creating a backlog so that I can easily scroll through and be like, okay, what games should I potentially stream? What games will I just play on my own time? And it's nice to have it all organized. Mario walks into a bar, Mario voice. Wahoo! Alright, so that's it for Switch. That's a pretty short list. What else I got for Nintendo? 3DS. What do we have for 3DS? Fire Emblem. Echoes. And Fire Emblem Awakening. And Fire Emblem Fates. Oh, I forgot Engage. Alright, so Awakening is 48 hours. I would stream that. Engage is 65. Oof. Echoes is 46. And Fates is about 45. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. I really liked Kirby's Epic Yarn on the Wii when I was a kid. I forgot that they had released... This is only 9 hours? Oh, but if you want to collect everything in 100% it, it's 26. That's how they get you. Because they know I want to do that. Alright, now we're getting into Zeldas that I would play. Legend of Zelda. Majora's Mask 3D. And Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. I've never played any of those. Those two I would definitely stream. Took me about 41 hours if I did the math correct. That's not too bad. And this had estimated 38, so let's rate about it. Ocarina of Time is about 30 hours. That's not bad. Majora's Mask is also about 30. Okay. Played Ocarina of Time, but not Majora's. Need to play that. Add it to the list. Talking about Nintendo. Heard about the new prices. Nintendo Switch cost them a lot and all. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be game dependent, I guess. But yeah, either 70 or 80, I guess, depending on the game. Not really a fan of games going to 80 now because, I mean, Nintendo announced that they're going to do it for some games. Now, Microsoft has said they're going to go to 80 for their first-party games starting this fall, which of course means that Sony is also going to go to 80 for their first-party games probably starting this fall or early next year or something, which just means games are more expensive for everybody now. Because certain third parties are also going to raise their prices if they're a big AAA third party. So I think we're going to start seeing... Hopefully, we're going to start seeing like a resurgence of stuff like Expedition 33, where it's a really good, solid game, good length, $50. But it does stink that prices are going up. The console itself, I feel like, is fine for the price. But the accessories are definitely a little too pricey, which I get. They rose it because of the tariffs and stuff. The game prices, I feel like we only have just started to get used to $70 games. It's only been 5 years since that started. And now they're already bumping it up to 80, which is kind of like... what the heck? But what can you do? New Super Mario Bros. 2. 11 hours. That's not bad. I would stream that. Persona Q. Which I can't play that until I've also played 4. And I would rather wait for a 4 remake before... I mean, I would rather wait for a 4 remake than play Golden. So I can't play this until after that. So I'll leave that as a no for now. Now we're getting into Pokemon games. Okay, so we have Pokemon Ultra Moon. I'll play, and Pokemon Y. Pokemon X and Y is about 70. That's even longer than Soul Silver. Ultra Sun Ultra Moon's 56. Okay. What's wrong with Golden? I'm having fun with it. Oh no, nothing's wrong with it. It's just that I've played 5 and 3 as like the modernized versions, and there's pretty heavy rumors that there's going to be a remake of 4 that's also being announced soon. And if there's going to be a remake that's going to modernize it, I would just rather play that than the version that's already out, since it will be in line with the rest of them. But if there were not rumors of a remake, then I would just play Golden. So it's more so just the timing, yeah. Not a fan of PQ? Fair. I've heard it's pretty hard, I believe. Almost done with the 3DS games, which means I can get to the PC games, actually. Pretty shortly. Gucci and Yoshi's... I'm just going to write down the rest of the games I have. So I have Gucci and Yoshi's Woolly World. I have Star Fox 3D. Super Mario 3D Land. And Yoshi's New Island. Cheap. 16 hours, not bad. I really like the Star Fox game I played on GameCube. It's only 5 hours. Star Fox like Adventures, maybe? It was like a third-person action game. I thought that was pretty nice. I think Atlas also took the pager URL or something that was Persona 4 remake, so it's heavily possible they'll make a remake. Yeah, that's exactly it, Blaster. I believe what people were saying is that... So, P4RE.jp or something was registered. And I believe what people had said was P3RE.jp, so Persona 3 Reload. That got registered, and then like 3 or 4 months later, they revealed it. And 3 or 4 months from when P4RE gets registered, it's going to be like June, July, which is, you know, Summer Game Fest is in June. That's, you know, one of the biggest gaming shows that there is. It's like the Game Awards, Summer Game Fest, and Gamescom. I feel like those are the big 3. So, you know, Summer Game Fest would be a great place to potentially reveal Persona 4 remake if they were going to do one. And the timing would be exactly the same. So I think there's a decent chance, you know, if that logic follows, that this summer they could announce the 4 remake. I mean, obviously it won't be called remake and it won't be called reload, but maybe it'll be remix or revamp or I don't know, something else. Do I recommend you play on easy or even safe? Because normal can be very hard unless you abuse mechanics, not to mention unavoidable ambushes. Sounds like a pain in the ass. Yoshi's New Island, also 12. Okay, so that's it for 3DS. So then I'll go to normal DS. I don't think I have a ton for that. I have Custom Robo Arena. I was considering... I love that game. I was considering doing a replay of it on stream because I haven't played it in a really long time. And I love Custom Robo. But I hadn't locked in that I would do it before Golden Shower. Now that would be a remake name. We have Pokemon Black and White, Pokemon Black and White 2, that is 61 hours for the first one, 64 for the second. I will definitely stream those. And then the next Professor Layton game. I believe the next one is the one that had like a train on the front. Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. Yeah, Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. That one is 15 hours. A little bit longer than the first one. And that's it for DS games. Okay, so I've done PS5, PS4, Switch, 3DS, DS. Which I guess is pretty much everything for this. So I guess I could start going through Steam now. Which I won't put on the screen, obviously, but I will just scroll through games I own and start adding things as interesting ones come up. Archive Japan announced 2 new studios. Oh yeah, I saw that this morning. It was 2 girls who I've seen as NPCs. I think Nia is one of the names. She has like the 2 horns, one of them's broken, kind of a cat girl thing. I like her design. I like her role in the story. And then I can't remember the other girl. Oh, Nagusa. Yeah, that's right. She's also kind of important in the story, right? I don't think I've met her yet. But I've seen just like random art of her in the past. Alright, PC. What stuff do we have on PC? I think I have a lot. Alice Madness Returns. I think that's like the Alice in Wonderland game that is like a cult classic. Heard a lot of good things about. It's only 16 hours. This is also going to be out of order alphabetically because in my Steam account, I sort things by genre. So I'm just going to go through the genre folders in order. So right now I'm going through the action folder. So what else we have here? I want to not count stuff that I already have on another console because I'd rather play on the other consoles. So I have Dead Space 3. I've played Dead Space 1 and 2, but I've never played 3. I heard 3 wasn't as good. Hours for that. Oh, I have Death Stranding. I don't think I would like Death Stranding. I have a Deathloop. That one seems pretty interesting to me when I was reading about it. I never got around to it. I have Deus Ex Human Revolution, which I never finished on PS3, and it's been so long that I would just start it from scratch on PC at this point. It's about 30 hours. That's not bad. Oh, Dishonored. I've never played Dishonored, but I heard that was pretty good. 18 hours for Dishonored? Stranding is some mighty fine digital storytelling. I don't doubt that. I just doubt whether I would actually enjoy the gameplay. I hear it's basically a walking simulator for most of the time, which is kind of killer. Did you get Lobotomy Corp, Library of Ruina, Limbus? I think I have one of them. I don't remember which one, but I think I have one. I'll have to double check as I'm scrolling through all my Steam stuff. Elden Ring, which I would only play for a punishment stream, I think. If I ever wanted to do a drinking stream, it would be, hey. You know what? I'm not even going to put that in my backlog. I'm never going to play it unless I play it as a one-off drinking stream of like, hey, every time I die, I drink. And then the stream will end an hour and a half in. Final Fantasy 13. I have the whole trilogy on PC. 61 hours. I have Galgun. Something tells me I probably shouldn't play that one. But that would have to be a member stream. Those are kind of short. Sounds worse than it actually is. Gameplay loop for Stranding is very fun, has a lot of depth. I'd say try it before you fully decide. Not everyone's cup of tea, but it might. I could always try it. That is true. How long is Death Stranding normally? 60 hours. What else we got? Oh, Hi-Fi Rush. I heard a lot of good things about that. 14 hours isn't bad either. I got Hitman World of Assassination. I don't even know what game that is on here. Isn't that like... Oh, that's the trilogy of the other recent games. Okay. So that's actually like the modern Hitman games combined. I hear Death Stranding gets really good 30 hours in. I don't know if that's a joke or not. Definitely not a joke. Starts with a bang, then slow, then it picks up the pace. I mean, I don't mind stuff that takes time to ramp up, as long as it doesn't take too long. If it catches my interest early enough, then that's fine. It just has to do something to hook my interest. I have a ton of Lego games. Maybe Lego Batman I would play. Possibly, maybe, potentially. 60 now. Oh, I have the Guardians of the Galaxy game. I heard that was really good. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's only 20 hours. It's not that long. Mega Man. I'm kind of trash at Mega Man. But, I was thinking about replaying the ones I liked as a kid, which was Mega Man X4 and Mega Man 8. And I'm pretty sure those are pretty short. Let's see. Mega Man. Yeah, 4 hours for Mega Man X4. 8's only 5 hours? Not bad. 5 hours. Mega Man X4, 4 hours. Mega Man 8 is so good. That was the first Mega Man game I ever played. I played it and beat Mega Man 8 when I was a kid. I played and beat Mega Man X4. And I played Mega Man Legends, I think. I didn't finish that one. Twitchy games, so it's very long-winded. If you've seen or played Metal Gear, you'll have an idea of how the story flows. For Metal Gear, I played a little bit of the original, and then I beat Metal Gear Solid 4. And that's it. Any Lego games super good? They're always fun. Like, they're fun and chill, which is nice. Still so freaking good. Played it a few times myself. Oh, Alice Madness Returns. I honestly know nothing about it other than there was some drama because the creator was hoping to buy the, I guess, license back from EA or something, and they didn't want to sell it, but EA's not doing anything with it, so it's like, well, why not then? I have Megaton Musashi W Wired, which I've heard described as like kind of Gurren Lagann like, which definitely piqued my interest. 49 hours? Oh. Hello, Clumsy. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Midnight Suns is super good. Is that the strategy one? Middle Earth. Shadow of Mordor. I like Lord of the Rings a lot. And I hear this game is pretty damn good. 24 hours, not bad. Pretty sure it has Corona DLC. Does it? Let me check. Oh, hi. I have Monster Hunter Rise. Too bad I'm not interested in Monster Hunter. It does have Corona DLC. Oh, I have it on my wish list, apparently. Corona plays as your... Corona is your navigator. That's funny. I have Neo too? Really? Kind of surprised to have that. Maybe it was in a Humble Bundle. Mullet Magic. I thought that looked kind of funny when I saw it. Mullet Magic. And that is only a 5-hour game. That's not bad. Prey. Okay, Prey I've heard a lot of really good things about. I think I played it for like an hour or two in college, and I just never went back to it for whatever reason. But I've heard that one is really good. Neo's really fun. Definitely not a Leo game, but pretty cool. I assume that was supposed to be Neo. But yeah, I would believe it. Shadow Mordor is super good, especially if you love Lord of the Rings lore and story. I love the original trilogy. My all-time favorite movie is Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Every time I think of Prey, my brain thinks of Control. Probably pretty similar tones. River City Girls I have. I heard good things about that. Never played it. RoboCop. I heard that was pretty good. One's 15 hours. Every City Girl is my jam. Oh, Sonabe. I heard really good things about Sonabe. 11 hours. That's not bad. I think that's the one that had like overwhelming positive reviews. The story is supposed to be super good. Like a side-scrolling action game. I have the entire Shenron Kagura trilogy, or every Shenron Kagura game. Shenron Kagura. Stream members. Oh, I haven't been filling in the PC stuff. Maybe for Alice. Maybe for Death Stranding. Maybe for Deus Ex. I would say yes for Dishonored. Maybe for Final Fantasy. Yes for Hi-Fi Rush. Maybe for Hitman. Maybe for Batman. Maybe for Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe Mega Man. Maybe Mega Man. Maybe for Shadow of Mordor. Maybe for Prey. None of these scream like definitively stream, but they all feel like good options. Maybe members. Berries. How cultured of you. Yes. You could say I'm cultured. There's one folder that I have in Steam that must not be named, if you know what I mean. Oh, well, Wasabi, what do you know? I have Sleeping Dogs on Steam. I didn't even know that. Sleeping Dogs. 22 hours, that's not bad. I'm just gonna put that as 0 for now, so it's a number. What else I got? Ooh, Sunset Overdrive. I heard that's really good. $17 hours? That game's a lot longer than I thought. Fellow fan of ninjas, I see. Yeah, ninjas. Vanquish. Vanquish is on my list as a potential, like, one-off stream, because I think it's only like 5 hours. 8 hours. Oh, geez. It's probably more like 7. Maybe not. I'll put it at 8. It says it. I wanted to do that in one stream. Okay, that's it for the action games. How about adventure? What do I have in my adventure folder? Alright, we have Anno Mutationem. That game, 15 hours. That's not bad. Just sci-fi mystery kind of thing. Beacon Pines. See, these types of games are ones that I'm really interested in, but I don't necessarily know if they'd be good stream games. So this is the type of thing where I'm like, like maybe these are all better off as a me thing. I'm just gonna put PC in for a bunch of these right now, because I know I'm only going PC right now. Hall of Cthulhu. Is that the one that you played, Cashew, if you're still here? That was like 7 or 8 hour game. 10 hours? Wow. I have Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. That game was, I watched part of Cashew's playthrough of that. That was an experience. Firewatch is on my list of potential stream games. Another nice one-off game. Overdrive is one of those games that I hear people say is really good, but no one ever says why. Are you talking about the Anno Sim games? Those are dope. I've heard good things about that. The Forgotten City. I've heard a lot of good things about that one. That's only 8 hours. That's not bad. Oh, Immortality. I heard that was really good. I'm pretty sure that has jump scares, though. And I don't like jump scares. Night in the Woods. I also heard a lot of good things about that. 12 hours. Okay. Okay, let's look at this. Vanquish, I would stream. Firewatch, I would stream. The others are either going to be maybe or no, probably. Oh, Pentiment. I heard that game was really good, too. See, that's another thing is, like, if I hear a game is really good and it seems kind of interesting, I'll probably just buy it when it goes on sale. And then I'm like, I'll get around to it eventually. And then I have so many games in my backlog because of logic like this that I never get around to it. God tier game. Indigo Prophecy is one of those so bad it's good, crazy out of pocket, crazy story. You know, that's a great way to describe it based on what I remember from Cashew Stream. Ooh, Plague Tale. The sequel. Requiem. I hear that's very good. 19 hours, that's not bad. Firewatch would be good on one-off stream? I think so, yeah. I keep hearing about it. Night in the Woods is so good. Great character-driven story. I've heard, like, yeah, the story in that is insanely good, apparently. You have the Quarry for PC? I think I do have it on PC. I probably have it in the horror section, so once I get to there, we can see. Tales from the Borderlands. I heard a lot of good things about that. It's only 11 hours. It's not bad. Tunic. I heard that's really good too. 16 hours? Not bad. Tales from the Borderlands is the best Telltale game? Even better than the original Walking Dead season? Walking Dead Season 1 is like 9 out of 10 for me. Quarry's amazing? Okay. More people being into it is always a good sign. Okay, Until Then is a game I've really, really, really wanted to play. This seems insanely Leocore. Probably the kind of game that would make me cry. But I also think it's one of those games that people aren't really going to be interested in. So I've never gotten around to actually like playing it. That's one of those things that I think could be like a good member stream potentially. Because then I can still play it. And if people are interested, sure, you can just join membership. But I feel like for a public stream, that probably wouldn't do super great. What Remains of Edith Finch, I hear, is one of the better, like, walking simulators. And then, The Witch's House MV, I hear a lot of good things about. That's also only 2 hours. In my opinion, Tales from the Borderlands is far and away the favorite. Never could get into Walking Dead, game or TV. That's fair. I really liked the TV show for the first like 4 or 5 seasons, and then it totally fell off after there for me. The game, I really liked the 1st and 2nd season, but I haven't played the 3rd and 4th. Tunic's a marvel in terms of game design? That's high praise. I'm a big Witch's House nerd. Genrin Kagura? Yeah, the culture wasabi. I haven't gotten to my culture folder, but yeah, that would be the... You'd have to stream on a website that starts with C if you want to play those. Board card games, that one doesn't really apply for this. Fighting games doesn't really apply. Okay, horror. What horror games do I have that I might want to stream? Oh, Alien Isolation. I remember when Cashew played that. That game would scare the shit out of me. So maybe not that one. Amnesia, on the other hand. Amnesia... The Bunker. That one seems pretty good. Have you played Witcher 3? I have not. The Witcher 3 is another one of those games that has been on my list for a really, really, really long time, and I've never gotten around to it. I think I have the complete edition on PC. I'm not sure if I have it on... I don't think I have it on PlayStation. I would prefer to play it on PlayStation. I know they released a complete edition on PS5. I have to see if I can track down a copy. Okay, so we also have Corpse Party. How long is that? That is 15 hours. That's not bad. Oh, I kept forgetting to fill these things again. Tales from the Borderlands, I'll put as a maybe. Tunic, I'll put as a maybe. What Remains of Edith Finch, I'll say maybe. Witch's House, maybe. Amnesia the Bunker, I would say I would stream. Corpse Party, I would stream. What a throwback. All the Amnesia games are great. I think, yeah, one of my first horror games I ever streamed was Dark Descent. Isolation is fun. Can you handle most horror games? Isolation is a game title? I'm iffy on horror. It's like case by case for horror for me. Isolation's a really good experience. I don't doubt that, especially if you really like horror. I have all of the Dark Pictures games. I don't know which one would be the good ones. I'd have to check. Now that you have a capture card, Devil Survivor Overclock. Is that the 3DS one? The DS? Oh, Evil Within. Okay, so fun fact for Evil Within. I've never played it. I'm kind of interested in it. When I did that game survey a while ago, I put Evil Within as an option, and it didn't get a single vote. I think I had it on the list twice, and it did not get a single vote either time. So, Evil Within almost definitely is just a me game. Because that had zero interest. What else we got? Little Nightmares. Got 5. All Dark Pictures are good, but my personal favorite is House of Ashes. Okay. House of Ashes. I think, is Man of Maiden also supposed to be one of the better ones? Oh, you meant... Okay, I see what you're saying. Isolation for Alien Isolation. Yeah, I'm very iffy on horror. Heard of it, know nothing about it. That's fair. That explains why it got no votes. It was a new game from, I think, the original creator of Resident Evil. I want to say. I think he made like a new studio, and that was his studio's game. Really good, but it's a little rough and kind of hard. Would definitely be down to watch and help. Okay. Me Side. I will definitely play Me-Side at some point. It's not popular anymore. I I lost my chance to play it back when it was the stream game. But I have mouthwashing. I heard interesting things about that. I bought it because it seemed interesting. But I hear it also has pretty... it's another one of those games that, depending on the community, maybe not the best stream game. Okay, I do have The Quarry on Steam. I just saw that in my horror folder. Quarry, 11 hours, that's not bad. Ooh, Signalis. I hear a lot of good things about that one. 11 hours. I would stream that. I have freaking Visage, or Visage. I don't know how to say it. That game is supposed to be like one of the scariest games of all time. I think that's the game that CC and Gigi were playing it together or something. And I think it was like a punishment for Gigi or something because she's horrible with horror games. And CC was like the eyes or something, and Gigi's the one playing it, so she was trying to tell Gigi where to go. But Gigi would like scream about everything. Like any noise, any little thing, like it was so funny to watch. But I hear the game is like genuinely extremely scary. So yeah. I do love Gigi. Analysis is very unique. Oh, Yomawari. I've heard a lot of good things about Yomawari. I don't know what the first one was. So I want to start with the first one. It looks like the first one was Night Alone. Are they all standalone or are they sequels? Shinji Mikami made Evil Within. People always like to see people catch up, then you know what's going to happen, and they don't, like watching a movie with a friend who hasn't seen it. Right. Yeah, I really like that. Yomawari. Mouthwashing is an amazing experience, like Outer Wilds or Bugsnax. Outer Wilds and Bugsnax being put next to each other is very interesting. Alright, so we'll do Yomawari. I think Zero played a Yomawari game for Halloween one year. 8 hours? That's not bad. Okay, so we've gone through my horror folder now. I guess I can put Alien Isolation. But I think Cashew is way better with horror than me. And if I remember correctly, Cashew had to drop it because it was just too much. And if Cashew's dropping it, I am going to shit myself live on stream. I'll be the first VTuber to ever shit themselves on a stream. Damn, I don't... Did my mouse seriously just die right now? While I was in the middle of scrolling through this? Damn it. Alright, BRB. I have to get a charger for my mouse. Okay, I'm back. I have a charger. Other charger. Didn't even give me a warning light. Okaeri. Tadaima. Surely that's happened once by now. Who knows? I'm sure I could go back and beat it. It was just very frustrating. Oh, frustrating. I thought you meant too much as in like... It was, Too scary. Wait a second, I plugged it in and it's still not working. What the heck? Oh. I gotta plug it in down here. Here. Yep. There we go. I remember this happened to me when I was playing Dead by Daylight on stream. My mouse just stopped working in the middle of the game, and I had to like plug it directly into the PC, which is horrible positioning based on where my PC is compared to my mouse. Okay, we're back. The mouse works again. I have so many folders I haven't gotten to go through yet. I probably only have like 20 minutes left before I have to go for dinner, and I have my indie folder, platformer, puzzle, rhythm, RPG, shooter, simulator, strategy, visual novel. I still have all of those folders left to go through. Alright, we'll try going through indie. This is my biggest folder, so it's probably going to be the longest one. 1000X Resist. I hear amazing things about that one. Alieniac can be a little crazy, especially on the harder difficulties, plus it's very easy to get lost. Is there a good minimap in that game? Couldn't even make it through Alien because it was so easy to get lost and miss stuff. Didn't want to be the player that needed orange paint, but like, damn. Might be a two-parter here. You have the Library of Congress and Alexandria of games. I do have quite a bit. I mean, some of these I can skip over pretty easily, but... Oh, Cult of the Lamb. Okay. I know Cult of the Lamb a lot of people like. That seems kind of fun. Like a Leo cult. About 19 hours to beat it. That's not bad. Dave the Diver. Which I played one time on stream, and I liked it a lot. And then I never went back to it for God knows what reason. I would definitely like to go back to Dave the Diver at some point. Isolation, no minimap, and the map is actually dog water. Cult of the Lamb, yes please, it's so cute. If the Diver's pretty fun, also yes please. Okay, we got two winners right there. Ooh, my PC list is, fill that in a bunch more. Bet Havu ain't here, they've always been asking. Yeah, Havu is always simping for, Dave the Diver. It did, yeah, I think the Ichiban DLC, like, just came out. Oh my god, my freaking mouse disconnected again. Get back into my PC again. Can you disconnect when I'm not streaming instead of during a stream, maybe? Just a thought. Possibly. Now I have to use my mouse perpendicular to how I would normally be using it. It's the only way it will work. Hello, Draco. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Can't believe they got a Godzilla and Yakuza game. Huge IPs to be collabing with. Oh, Dredge. I hear a lot of good things about Dredge. Still haven't tried it. Only 12 hours. That's not bad. Okay. I have Fear and Hunger, which I think is one of those games that you absolutely do not stream. Or if you do stream it, it absolutely needs to be a member stream. I'm not even going to put that on the list. Yeah, no. I don't think you would like it anyway. Okay, that makes it even easier. I have Grease, which I hear a lot of good things about. That's only 4 hours. That's a nice one-stream game. It has a streamer mode? Oh, does it? Need heavy censoring mods? Which is interesting, fun, but not very interesting. Had a collab with Judge. Oh, right, yeah. Mouse goes to mouse jail or buy a new mouse and put the old one. I've had this one, the mouse cuck chair. That's wild. I have no mouth and I must scream. I think that would be a on my own time game. In Stars and Time looked really interesting to me. But I feel like that's one of those games that probably isn't the best for streaming. I don't know if anyone knows anything about that one. That one is 27 hours. They do have a mod that makes it streamable. Okay, Inside. Definitely Inside is on my list. Never played that. I hear that's a classic indie game, though. Same thing with Limbo. Never played it. Speaking of which, that's the next one on the list. Limbo. Maybe I will make it through the indie folder and get into the next one. Because we're already at L. Lobotomy Corp. 105 hours? Oh my god. That's brutal. That instantly shoots it down the list. Minds Beneath Us. That's another indie game that I thought seemed super interesting for story reasons. Me side, I think I already included. Mouthwashing, I included. Neva, the other game from the same people who did Grease, I hear is very good. That one's also only 4 hours. Nice. I know I say these are all fast, but E-Nimes is a classic and one of the greats. So good. E-Nime? I-N-M-A-I-M-S. I have no idea what that is. For Fear and Hunger, you need a mod to not get sniped by YouTube and probably warned. Lobotomy Corp also depends on your patience. You can do everything first run or take like 13 restarts. Damn. Omori. Okay, I know Omori is super popular. I tried it probably like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. And I remember thinking it was kind of interesting, but I didn't end up finishing it. But I would definitely give it a shot again. Peggle! I would play Peggle just as like a chill stream. Best and forget the H. I have no mouth and I must stream. Okay. It's a classic, one of the greats, so good. Yeah. I've heard so many good things about that. I just don't know if that would be a good stream game. Because I think that's also like a visual novel, right? When he starts, man, but after some time it gets interesting. Peglin, I think I actually have in my watch list. I was planning on picking that up when it has a good sale. I have no mouth and I must stream. Yeah, that's my streamer brain. Great misspeak. It's point and click. Okay. Ooh, Return of the Obra Dinn. I've really wanted to play that. That seems insanely Leocore. Going through this mysterious ship, figuring out what happened to all the crew members and stuff. I love mystery stuff like that. Sonoby I already had. Shadows of Doubt seemed really interesting. That's 27 hours, jeez. I've heard a lot of good things about Spiritfarer. Spiritfarer. 32 hours? Are you kidding me? I assume that would be like 5 hours. Okay, Sunless Sea and Sunless Skies, I've heard, are amazing as well. But I think they're also like ridiculously long. Oh hey, it's Frost's game. To the moon! To the backlog. 4 hours. Yes, that's a stream game. Oh, I forgot Pyre. Thought I missed something. Pyre's the other game before Hades. 14 hours? That's not bad. That would be a stream game. Vampire? Please play Overdin. So fun, very difficult, but super good. Need good deduction and puzzle skills. Played it. Wish I could get bonked on the head if I get to play it again. Took me a lot longer than 9 because that wasn't good. That's how I feel about some other... Like, Outer Wilds, I would love to get bonked on the head and play it again for the first time. Fallout 3, same thing. Unpacking. Seems like a pretty classic stream game that I've never played. 4 hours, not bad. Because the DAO doesn't have an end, it's randomly generated forever as far as I know. Maybe they mean max reputation, but that's... Oh, there's not like a main story that you finish solving? Okay, so this next one is a game that came out earlier this year that really caught my interest. And I never got around to playing it because I've been so busy. But I would like to at some point. Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Definitely want to play that. It's like a mystery horror visual novel kind of thing. I guess is the best description I can think of for it. Okay, we made it through the whole indie folder. Nice. Metroidvania folder. See, I hear a lot of these are really good. Like, Afterimage I started playing, I thought it was decent. Animal Well I hear is good. Bloodstained I hear is really good. Ender Lilies I hear is really good. Hollow Knight I know is supposed to be amazing. I've tried Metroidvanias like 3 times, and I never really liked it any time. So I feel like that's just not for me. Platformers. What do we have for platforms? Cuphead. I would like to play Cuphead at some point. Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends, both I would like to play at some point. Tinykin I hear is really good. That's pretty much it for platformers. So let's get those added. 16 hours for Cuphead, really? Platformers are another genre that I feel like is probably not really good for streams. So those are probably all going to end up being me games for the most part, if I had to guess. I wrote Tinkykin instead of Tinykin. Oops. 8 hours for Tinykin. Might not be your genre, hit or miss. I like Metroids, but not Castlevanias. Keep them separate. What would be the difference between Metroidvania and Castlevania? Unpacking's another single stream one. After the stream, you get to digest the experience. Nice. I like those kinds of things. Puzzle games. I have Baba Is You. I've played that on my own time a little bit. That game made me angry. Cocoon. I hear a lot of good things about Cocoon. I think that's another potential one-stream game. 5 hours? Yeah, one stream. Escape Simulator, I definitely want to play at some point. Hexcells Infinite. Yes, I played the first 2 Hexcells. I still haven't played Infinite. But that's a nice, just solve puzzles and chill type stream. I like those a lot, especially on a Sunday. Infinite's about 9 hours, not bad. Exceed is another one. It's kind of like it. I feel like that's just, you could kind of keep going as much as you want. I have a couple Lego puzzle games. Lego Brick Tales and Lego Builder's Journey. I think Builder's Journey is another one-stream game. Yeah, 2.5 hours. I'll put that at 3. I'll put PictoPix here again. I've streamed it before. That would just be another, like, I just want to chill and solve puzzle kind of stream. Blueprints has to go on the list. I'm spreading the word here, chat. Play it. I've heard a lot of good things about Blueprints. I think, no, I don't think. I know Cashew actually played it and really liked it. Portal 2, I definitely need to play. I played the co-op of it with Zero, but I have not played the single player. Cuphead on my list too. Cuphead date. My god, asking me on a date on Stream Oblivion? That's so... I admire your boldness. Aren't you the one who recommended me Hexseed as well, actually? The Talos Principle. I hear a lot of good things about that one. Oops. No, I don't want to turn on sticky keys. Get out of here. Viewfinder is also one that looked pretty interesting. Looked like what you were playing? Oh, right, yeah. Because I think I was playing Hexcells. Which, if you are interested in a game like that, you should definitely get Hexcells. That one is really, really good. Or, Minesweeper-like puzzle games. 5 hours for Viewfinder is not bad. Oh, you did get it. Nice. Like right as you were streaming it? Hell yeah. I'll spread the Hexcells word all day. What was a classic? Forgot you didn't play single player, but did do multiplayer. Single player is a great continuation of 1. I did do the single player for 1, yeah. Those Principles hard but awesome. I saw they released like a remaster recently. One of those I want to stream. Oh, the VR version I bet would be really cool. Viewfinder such a crazy concept and a perfect execution of a unique mechanic, one of a kind. It really caught my interest when I just realized there's an ad showing at the top here. If I can get rid of that. Yeah, that it looked super cool. I think people said that the voice acting was really obnoxious though. So I'll probably have to mute that if I play it. Rhythm games. I think I've actually played pretty much all the rhythm games I was interested in. Alright, so we can skip over that folder. Roguelike. I think I've played all the ones here that I was interested in other than Hades. Oh, Vampire Survivors. That's a roguelike, so I'm just going to put 0. Yo trying to hide a sponsor? What? Me? No. Superliminal is a good puzzle game too. Should go on the list. Do I have that? I actually do have that one. Superliminal. I'll have to look into that one some more. I skipped over the stuff I wasn't as familiar with. I must have gotten it, like, I don't know, a Humble Bundle thing. Oh, Slay the Spire. You're right. I forgot about that one. Somehow I overlooked that. Didn't they announce Slay the Spire too? Alright, we're into the RPG folder. Alright, right off the bat we have a banger. Chrono Trigger. Never played it. It's supposed to be one of the greatest RPGs of all time. And I think it's only like 20 hours. 26 hours, that's still fine. Chrono Trigger definitely is going to get streamed at some point. What else we got? Disco Elysium I played in my own time. Final Fantasy 13 I already put on the list. Final Fantasy X. $68 hours? Oh my goodness. Well, I will definitely stream Final Fantasy X. That's on the list. Titus laugh. I'm gonna leave Persona 4 Golden off for now. If they don't announce a remake this summer, then I'll put it back on. Oh, Sea of Stars. I hear a lot of good things about Sea of Stars. That is 35 hours, not bad. Despite the false reporting of a Chrono Trigger remake for its anniversary, I think they've taken it into consideration. I would be shocked if they don't remake that at some point. Just because of how popular it is and how long it's been around. I feel like that would be a slam dunk if they do it justice. Alright, so Tales of Berseria I have on PC. $67 hours. R.I.P. Toriyama. Did he work on Chrono Trigger? They did, but I think it's the same game with a whole bunch of new stuff, like a DLC that's a separate game, kind of like what they did with Binding of Isaac. Oh, okay. Are you doing on time? I have 5 or 6 minutes, I think. I'll get as many games on this list as I can. Valkyria Chronicles. $38 hours is kind of long. Jeremy's not here anymore to handle the art. R.I.P. Toriyama indeed. Okay, I do have Witcher 3 on Steam. Now that is a really long one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, casually 103 hours, plus there's the 2 DLCs, which I know I'd want to play. And that adds another 42 hours. So that's 145 hours for The Witcher 3. Yikes. 38 hours is kind of long, has 2 games above it at 67. Well, because those are ones I'm a lot more interested in. So 38 hours for something that I'm like iffy on is really long. But 67 for something that I really want to play is fine. It's all relative. Play The Witcher for Gwent, great card game. Love my card games inside another game. I can imagine. Alright, so we're done with the RPG section. Into the shooting section. Making good progress. There's probably not going to be a whole lot in here. I dropped Doom. I'm not going to go back to that. I have all the Far Cry games. I don't know which ones are the best. Maybe Far Cry 3? That's the one with Voss or something? Far Cry 3? That's the Insanity guy? 25 hours? Oh, Half-Life. Never played Half-Life. 15 hours. Oh, that's Half-Life 2. 14 hours for Half-Life 1. Metro 2023 Redux. I'm proud I've established myself as the To The Moon guy. You are definitely the To The Moon guy, Frost. I'm currently on PC stuff, but Splatoon, it's a shooter. I have Splatoon 3. I don't know if I ever even played it. I played a little bit of Splatoon 2. Which I thought was decent, but I'm also not competitive. So I started getting really triggered at some of the things that were happening. I was like, oh my god. I know you're a humongous Splatoon fan, though. Spec Ops The Line, Star Wars. I'm gonna, like, binge add a few things right here. Splatoon has a story? I assumed it was only multiplayer. I'll have to revisit that. Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster, System Shock Remake, Titanfall 2, Wolfenstein, I think the New Order is the newest one. Yeah, New Order. Alright, gotta get all those ones. Okay. Spec Ops. 7 hours. Star Wars Dark Forces. 10 hours. I gotta mark these as streams. Maybe for that one. I don't know about Star Wars. System Shock Remake. 25 hours? Jeez. Titanfall 2. 8 hours. That's definitely a stream game. Yeet. And Wolfenstein. 15 hours. Okay, we made it through the shooter section. Good job. Good job, team. Half-Life Classic would be fun to watch. I'll have games we try to push, like an addiction to get others to try. It's only natural. Metro 23, fantastic. Another must-watch. Let's go. There's one unique one I'm gonna play called Mouse PI for Hire. Mouse PI for Hire. I've never heard of that. That sounds funny. I'll have to check that out. What do you mean, does it have its story? It's right there. It always has been. I've never even turned the game on. I've never put Splatoon 3 into my console. I didn't know. I played Splatoon 2 for maybe like 5 hours, only multiplayer. I don't know if that had a story. Octo Expansion and Side Order were fun DLCs. It always had a story. I didn't know how to do there. Alright, Master. Thank you. Thank you for validating me. Alright, I got like another 5 minutes. I thought I was going to have to go about now, but I have a little bit more. I have about 6 or 7 more minutes. The pasta water was taking too long to boil, which gives me a little more time. Simulator games. Alright, I barely have any simulator games. What do we have here? Power Wash Simulator. AKA just chat and wash. And Long Live the Queen. And TCG Card Shop Simulator. Those are my three simulation games I would be interested in. Old Market Simulator? Is that a thing? Hotel Simulator? Schedule 1 has been popping off lately. Some of my friends have been playing that and they liked it. Time Scene Cleaner is great as well. I feel like I've heard of that one. Was this in the DLC where more like maps or something? Me too. I thought Splatoon was only a PvP game. Alright, see? Wasabi and Master are validating me. Alright, strategy games. I feel like most of these are not things that I would play on stream. Pixel Junk Monsters, maybe? Spore, maybe? That's about it. I'll hold off on that. Oh, my sus folder. We'll skip over that one. Okay, I only have one folder left. We might actually make it through. I have visual novel folder. So most of these are going to be for me, because the vast majority of visual novels I would not stream. I blame Oblivion, he's not streaming Splatoon's campaign. That's true. If Oblivion streamed the campaign, then I would know about it. Since he didn't, that makes it his fault. Sim was fun only because I changed the cards to be Pokemon, otherwise I don't think I would have played it. Very fair. I'm usually not a sim person either. I think I would also do I would either do a Pokemon or a Hololive mod. There's a ton of endings, like 20, so I wouldn't count on 9 out. Damn. A lot of potential options then, huh? Have the entire side story mode, or Splatoon 2 story from 2017. Great choices. Long Live the Queen is a game I 100%ed as well. Half visual novel though, a lot of reading. Ooh. Okay. Did I just take my clothes off? Nope. Okay, thank you. Alright, what visual novels do I have here? I'll probably have to fill in the times in my own hand because most of these are not going to be stuff that I would stream. Baldur's Sky, Buried Stars, The Case of the Golden Idol, Planet, Coffee Talk. Okay, no, Coffee Talk is one that I would probably stream. The Coffin of Andy and Lele. That's a stream game. Probably member. Maybe not. We'll see. Did I just take my clothes off? Was not on today's bingo. It's because I have a shortcut to like reset my model's like accessories and stuff. And I accidentally pressed a key on my keyboard that I thought was the one that does it, but it looks like it wasn't. Corpse Factory, also on my visual novel list. I would say that's maybe a stream game. I don't think that one's that long. Fatal 12. Nocia. I'd say that's maybe a stream game. Andy and Lele should be members only, but would watch. Coffee Talks, a dope visual novel. Love the world and lore. I have the sequel too. We have Grisaya, Phantom Trigger. Actually, wait, that's not the first Grisaya. Grisaya is something else. I'll just put Grisaya so that I know it's on my list. I'll just leave that. We got I'll just remind myself of that. Iwai Hime, The Letter, Loopers. Murder by Numbers. Grisaya, big fan Wasabi. Guess the Golden Idol has Oberdin vibes in terms of mechanics, so if you play one and like, you'll like the other. Art styles couldn't be more different. Ooh. That sounds appealing, then. Loopers, the movie with Bruce Willis? I'm pretty sure I saw that in theaters. Muv-Love. Nekopara. Maybe members. Noel, the Immortal Fate. Nukitashi. Opus. Echo of Star Song. I hear that one's pretty short, and it's also supposed to be really sad. Paradise Killer, I heard a lot of good things about. I would consider streaming that one. Whoa, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're getting close to the end of the visual novel section. Then I'll have gone through all my Steam games. He's coming! I've been summoned. He heard Nekopara, and then he's here. Alright, I gotta get through the rest of these visual novel ones as fast as possible. Here we go. It's just about dinner time. I gotta bum rush these. Alright, we have the quintessential quintuplets. Visual novel. I definitely can't stream that one. What else we got? Robotics Notes. Scarlet Hollow. The Sekimeya Spun Glass. Perhaps I've become too predictable. The Paradise Killer art style's unique. The gameplay and story is a bit hard to follow. I had to take notes. I like stuff where I have to take notes. I did that with Lorelli and with Virtue's Last Reward. Sentimental Death Loop. The Shell. That one I can't play on stream for sure. The Song of Saya. I would like to play that on stream, but I think that would have to be members because of the content in that one, for sure. A Space for the Unbound. I hear a lot of good things about that one. I would consider playing that one on stream. Spirit Hunter. I never got back to, but I want to. Stella of the End. Summer Pockets. Angle Tower. I would consider streaming that one. Ubi Neko. Uta Ware Ramono, I've heard a lot of good things about. For some reason, when I hear loopers, my mind goes to the Disney movie Minutemen. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Incidental Death Loop, I keep going back to, wondering if I should play it. I think it has mixed reviews on Steam. I would double check. I think there's fan service for sure, kind of turns people off on that one. And I think people have said it's kind of confusing with the way that it plays, but I mean, the synopsis, the story seems really interesting to me. Like, that seems very Leocore. So, I don't know. I'm with you on going back and forth on if I should play it or not. Valhalla, I hear, is really good. I'd like to stream that one. Watch the Utare Mono anime, didn't understand anything. I know there's 3 games that you kind of have to play in order. If the anime was of a different, of not the first one, I could see it being insanely confusing. You and Me and Her, a love story. That one seems really interesting. Your Turn to Die also seems pretty interesting. Yuppie Psycho. I think that's pretty much all the visual novels that I have. More than that, but those are the higher priority ones. I have a bunch of others, like 428 Shibuya Scramble, 7 Days to End with You, 25th Ward, 99, Atabana Odd Tales, Love Your Turn to Die, 7 Days to Die with You is good. Not sure if that counts as a visual novel. Kind of a little. Oh, it's yeah. I think we're talking about the same thing. That seemed really interesting to me. Like a good puzzle visual novel, kinda. Apparently Get B-Side and You and Me and Her Love Story is a bundle. Those are both games that, from what I understand, you want to go into both of those, especially the latter, with as little knowledge as possible. The less you know going in, the better it's going to be. I also believe that You and Me and Her has, you know what kind of content. So probably not a good stream game unless you're playing the censored version that doesn't have that installed. Otherwise, you should probably install the patch separately and play it in your own time, because you're going to miss out on some type content. I believe you can get the patch for free from the publisher's website that restores that content. Epi Psycho is good, but it's more of an action puzzle game, IMO. Yeah, I think that one shouldn't be in the visual novel section, but some cultured art. Yeah, you could say that. Some pretty, of the explicit variety. All right, so I think that should more or less do it for going through my... I have more stuff. I didn't include, like, Wii, Wii U, GameCube, PS3. So I definitely have more that I could add. But these are the main ones that I thought I should add for now. So I'll have to refine this at some point, add more stuff later. But I think that's a really solid list. We got a lot of potential stream games here. You and Me, Her is certainly a game. Analog, A Hate Story might be good for you to pick up if you don't have it. I have heard the name. I don't think I have it. I'll have to check. But I definitely recognize the name. You gonna list the link to view? I could put it up separately. I would just have to copy it to a separate doc. Because this one has more tabs that I wouldn't want people to see. Tabs of other stuff. Certainly a list now to get through it in some capacity. Yeah. This also doesn't include like Nikke, Persona 5X when that comes out, like Heaven Burns Red. It doesn't include future games that are going to come out. It doesn't count other stuff that I want to pick up that are out that I'm interested in, but I just don't have a copy of. Just like it to be then. Leo's list confirmed. Leo's list. Where's my mouse? Alright, well that was a very last minute stream, but hopefully you guys enjoyed going through the backlog and seeing stuff that I want to play, potentially on stream. Hell of a lot of stuff. Cheat spreaded? Hell yeah. I can see about posting it if people want to peruse it at some point. Obviously, I'm also open to recommendations. Not like my list isn't long enough. I can always add even more. Currently hailing. Good background noise. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. I do need to get going so I can go and have some dinner. Don't want to keep people waiting for much longer. But yeah, I'm glad I could finally do this because I've been talking about it for a while. We've been trying to gatekeep the Leo list. Thanks for the stream as always. Thanks for hanging out as always. Appreciate it. Like to see what other people like. Good stream. Thank you. I also like to see what other people like. Not expecting hail in a thunderstorm. I've had that happen to me a couple times, actually. It always catches me off guard. I am planning on streaming this coming week. Not as many times as this past week, but I will be finishing Yakuza in the coming week. At the very least, I want to finish Yakuza and continue Expedition. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get in more than that because I'm going to a convention this weekend. So that will definitely take some time. But hopefully at least once or twice during the week, and then hopefully next Sunday I can get something in. Yeah. Thank you all again for coming. I hope you had a good time. Thanks for the input on games that you would like to see streamed. That will definitely help me plan for the future. I hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, great rest of your weekend. Does that mean more pics from the convention? Yes. I would definitely like, probably not a full stream worth, but I'll probably show it on stream briefly or just like post pictures in Discord. But I will definitely show pictures of the prints and stuff that I got because you can guarantee I'm going to buy some prints. This isn't the huge convention I go to. That's not until August. So I will do like a big recap stream in like early September once I'm back from it. But this is like a smaller local one. Thanks for unexpected stream. Of course. Find a combo breaker on Wednesday too. Ooh, we both have conventions this weekend then. Have fun with that, Frost. Hope you have a good time. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Until next time, bye-bye.